Howdy! Welcome on in. Another episode of RFF Picks. We have a little bit of a different video today. I am going to start this video with an amazing announcement. If you have a winnable account with RFF Picks, check your inbox. We already emailed you. That's free plan or MVP, whichever one you are. Check your inbox. We have an email that we sent out. I am going to read this email, but then after this, guys, I'm in full-fledged football mode. I got the itch. I'm not doing all right at this point in time because I'm like, football is so close. You know, if you don't know now, you know. August 1st is going to be our first preseason game. That's in freaking what? Like freaking 8 days? Is that true? Yeah. Today's the 22nd. No, 10 days. 10 days. So we're almost there. We're almost here. And best believe come preseason, there's going to be some amazing plays that we're going to get out to you guys for sure. And especially when we go the correlated route and the more of the correlated because it's preseason. Vegas doesn't know anything. I believe, will know more or as much as Vegas because it's training camp. You know, players that you think are going to get a lot of playing time won't. They could be on a snap count of some sorts, and so getting the little bitty information nuggets that you could, it's going to go a long way. But let me read this email real quick that we sent out to you guys, and let this be kind of just this remembrance of where we're headed. And you guys are with us from the beginning, so we love it. So the email says, "Hi everyone, we have a couple of big announcements to share with you, but first, we want to thank all of you for subscribing to RFF Picks on Winnable. We are really excited about the future of RFF Picks and making some money together. This is us. This is a team. This is every play. I didn't know this also. So apparently, and Alex told me about this, there are legit big ballers out there that post plays that they don't take. Crazy. But we move on. Since March of 2024, we're up $3,500 only on Prize Picks. That's just on Prize Picks alone, not just Prize Picks, and are continuing to learn and grow along the way. Our primary YouTube channel, Real Friends of Football, has 34.6 thousand subscribers. For those who don't know, NFL preseason is right around the corner in August, and football is obviously our bread and butter. We did a lot of esports, we did a lot of golf, we did a lot of baseball, football. Just wait. With that being said, here are the huge announcements. Number one, we heard you guys. We're dropping our MVP. We're dropping our MVP plan. All of our sports bets is going to be all of our sports bets from $150 to $99.99. This is our best way on truly capitalizing on getting as many people out there to get all of the bets that we take. As opposed to just the one free per day, we genuinely believe that getting out as many plays as possible to many of you, you'll see why we have MVP users signed up. And you see how we have people, investing in us. And so we want to not have money be the issue as to why you guys can't get in. And so $50 off, crazy good deal, crazy good value. We're starting free. Is this a typo? We're starting a free 12-man fantasy football league as well with a $500 prize to first place. So this is announcement number 2. Announcement number 1, I said we're growing, but we want to push more plays out to most of you, to a lot more of you. So we do a price adjustment on the MVP plan, but then also we want to do a fantasy football league for this upcoming season for all of you. And this is also going to be where our Real Friends of Football crowd, they're going to be joining us as well. And first place gets $500. That's like a lot. That's a lot of money to me. I don't know. I'll never be too whatever to not think $500 is not a lot of money. And the rest is, message us on our socials. You'll see in our leak tree description, and then pretty much just talking about how excited we are, which we really, really are. I'm personally excited because we started really pushing out these plays and these and starting our RFF picks channel in February of this year, and to see the money that I've won, or me personally, with my prize picks and my Bet US and Bovada, all the things that I've been able to really zone in on and using the approach, right, that we talked about all the time: expected value, correlative approach, using odds jam, using daily grind fantasy. Like, we have no problem. We don't gatekeep. We'll tell you all the stuff that we have that we use for our benefits. But when it comes to NFL, I'm going to be flat out honest to you, especially with these spreads. We don't do expected value because there's not really a system out there, or a correlative system. That's more of like player prop type of deals. So when we go do spreads, like I'm about to give you guys 3 locks. I'm not going to say lock. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be troll. But these are 3 strong plays, and I'll break it down to where I'm at on each of these to really hone in on the fact that, yo, I think these are going to hit. And then I'm doing this personally so I can get in a groove, because when the season comes, when the season approaches, I'm not trying to slow down. I'm just trying to push. So the first play we're going to talk about that I love, and this is in order. I have this in order to my favorites to my least favorite, but I love all 3 of these. The first one, it's Arizona Cardinals plus 6.5, and this is against the Buffalo Bills. And so, point blank period, I think when you really dial in to 2 teams, you got to do it by trends. Trends. The Buffalo Bills lost Stephon Diggs. They lost an interior defensive tackle. They lost, they got Keon Coleman, but they lost Gabe Davis as well. They lost 2 premier wide receivers that are pretty much everything for Josh Allen. And right, I said both Gabe Davis, who was there when Josh was there, and then Stephon Diggs, who's been a security blanket for him for the past 2-3 seasons. So Keon Coleman is his, I guess, dang near wide receiver 1, rookie out of Florida State. And I just believe that week 1, it's going to be tough for Josh Allen and the Bills. And you're going to give me 6.5 points with the Kyler Murray-led offense, who his last few games in the league last year, he was really eating people alive, scoring a lot. You got Maserati Marvin Harrison Jr. joining the program. You have, come on, guys. I hate when it does this. It's so infuriating. I don't know why. There we go. Boom. I just think the Cardinals are not a better team, but they're going to show us more early. And 6.5, a whole touchdown against the Bills, who you'll get to know Alex and I very, very well come football season. We do not believe in the hype of the Bills. We do not believe in the hype of Josh Allen. Me personally, I was ahead of the curve way before him. I remember when he said they were going to the Super Bowl. I'll never forget that. But Cardinals 6.5. That's a great play. Absolutely great. I think the Cardinals only got better this offseason. And unfortunately, the Bills, they only got worse. But to think that the Bills are just going to come out guns blazing with losing 2 premier players for their organizations, that's just crazy. Second one, Carolina Panthers, 4.5 points against the New Orleans Saints. They split with the Saints last year. Did they? I don't think they split with the Saints last year, but one of the games were definitely close. I'm pretty sure they did, actually. We're not going to go into it. My only thing is this. It's a completely new team. Dave Canales is the new head coach. Who is he? I don't know who he is. You guys remember when Geno Smith had that amazing year 2 seasons ago with the Seattle Seahawks, and then the next offseason, he got a 3-year, multi-million dollar per year contract. And then Dave Canales leaves the Seahawks, goes to Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where Baker was just this last season. They go to the playoffs. They make a run. They beat the Eagles in the playoffs. And then, guess what? Baker Mayfield signs a nice contract, a beautiful contract for him and his family and his future. Dave Canales leaves, and now he's with the young Bryce, rookie quarterback, who I still believe deserved that number 1 overall pick. Even over CJ Stroud, who had a phenomenal season as a rookie. Not all situations are built equally. 4.5 points against the New Orleans Saints, who with Dennis Allen as their head coach, they're not even set on that for the future. Michael Thomas is gone out of the building. I'm not saying that's a pivotal point, but that's leadership. That's an aura in the building that's gone. He's no longer with the team. I think that matters. Aura matters. And so you have a young Chris Olave, who I think is a dog. And of course you have Alvin Kamara, and then you have Rashid. But Jonathan Brooks, rookie running back, who I believe rookie running backs are so pivotal. You saw Jahmyr Gibbs last year. You saw freaking Bijan Robinson last year making huge impact to the game. And then, of course, wide receiver Deontay Johnson enters the chat for the Carolina Panthers. There's just so much good that could potentially happen with this team, to where 4.5 points against a divisional rival, right? You start out week 1 with the divisional rival in your division. So you have Panthers and Saints in the same division, and those are usually always a close game because the teams, the players, they know each other fairly well. 4.5 points. I'm going to take that all day and tomorrow. If you want to believe in Derek Carr to come out guns blazing, have at it. And then lastly, and this is the one that it's a little bit up in the air, but I like it. 3 points for the Baltimore Ravens. And this is a Bengals fan you're talking to. So I know both of these teams fairly well, in the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. And the Baltimore Ravens are a team, or a type of team, that knows how to start out real hot. Really hot. This has been pretty much their MO for the past 4 seasons. Not in a Cowboy fashion, because the Cowboys will be great all season long and then fail in the playoffs. But for the Ravens, it's like the first 5-6 weeks, everyone's kind of writing them down as the team that's going to make it and make that push. The Kansas City Chiefs, I don't know if you've seen the past few seasons, they've been starting out slower. I do love the addition that they did make with Texas, rookie receiver. Going out of my brain right now. Xavier Worthy, I think he's not a Tyreek Hill, but I think he'll bode very well for the offense. But what the Baltimore Ravens have with Derrick Henry, I think it's going to be a slow-paced game. They did lose safety Geno Stone to free agency, to the Bengals. But having Roquan Smith, not an idea where he gets traded there in the middle of the season as he did last year, but more of him being in the building, acclimated inside the building, and him being the head honcho of that defense heading into 2024. I just think that's going to be a lot for the Chiefs to really grab hold to. And we know Lamar, that's going to be a very emotional game for the Ravens and for Lamar. They're going to want to do whatever they can to beat the Chiefs, the team that kicked them out of the AFC Championship, kicked them out of a opportunity to go to the playoffs. And I can see the Chiefs honestly playing chess in week 1 and not losing the game on purpose, but playing their cards close to their chest and not really showing everything so early against a opponent that they do believe that they will see at the end of the season at some form or fashion. And so, yes, all of my plays that I have are on the underdog approach, because that is how it goes, especially very early. Vegas believes that they know how teams are going to fare in the beginning of the season. The thing is we don't know at all. No one knows, and this is every single year. So these are the plays. I hope you guys like them. I know you will. Let me know what you think. This play was already on Winnable also. All 3 of these been on Winnable for over 24 hours. So see you guys. See you on the next one.